Hello. Let's see if there's anybody who's going to join this live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Say hello. Let me see who's here tonight. Who's going to learn about 2 and 4. Everybody has problems about 2 and 4. I know. Hi, Fabio. Hello, Juliana. Good to see you guys. I'm excited. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer to start really chatting and explaining to you about these things, just to make sure. Hi, Leonardo. Good evening. Just to see if anyone else is going to come so we can make this happen. Hi, Sylvia. Yay. I'm very excited to be here because 2 and 4 is always a problem for everyone. Kelly! Oh my gosh! Hello! I'm excited. Guys, I have a question for you and I want you to please... The sister's there! That's amazing! Good evening! I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to type up the answer to me, okay? Do you feel when you're talking, or you're trying to speak English, do you feel that the difference between 2 and 4 is a problem? Kellen! Do you feel this is a problem? Do you feel like this is stopping you from having a better conversation? Can you answer this, please? Just drop me a yes or a no so I can see what the situation is at the moment. To a lot of people, this is a problem. To a lot of people, this is what, hello, a lot of people, this is what makes you, one of the things, of course, not everything, one of the things that makes you really unsure about whether you should be talking, about whether you're ready, about whether you're doing a good job. There are other things, for example, in and on, I think in and on is a big problem. Like, to me, personally, difference between in and on is the biggest problem. Do you agree with me? Do you think in and on is harder than 2 and 4? Do you think so? Hello, Adriana. I think it's so much harder. And I'm going to tell you why, because I have a very, hopefully, a very easy and straightforward explanation about 2 and 4 to give you tonight. I'm going to ask you another question. I would like some answers. Please just type it up for me to see, okay? Which one is harder for you? Which one is more difficult? 2 or 4? Hello. Tired? Bags. Which one is harder? 2 or 4? I want to know. 2. Hi. Vini, go to bed. 1 a.m. 2. So 2 people saying 2. Igor. 2 people saying that 2 is harder. Okay, really? 2. 3 people think 2 is harder than 4. Shocked. Does anybody think 4 is harder than 2? Does anybody think that using 4 is more difficult than using 2? Let me see if you think. Nobody's saying 4 is harder. I don't know. For one person, okay, Mada thinks 4 is harder than 2. Okay. All right. For 2, we have a very, very obvious explanation. And the greatest thing about this one explanation is that it works 99% of the time. I can't say 100% because I will contradict myself. I always contradict myself, don't I? So it works 99% of the time. And I'm going to tell you both, okay? And I'm going to tell you what it is, okay? To is very much connected to movement. 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 To is very much connected to a destination. So think with me here, okay? Let's do some thinking together. My ears are so red. Let's do some thinking together. Destination, destination, movement, movement, okay? Let's think about a very easy sentence that I believe applies to most of you guys watching me now, if not everybody. I go, it doesn't apply to me because I work from home, but I go to work every day. I can't type today, every day. Can you see my sentence? I go to work every day. Think with me here, okay? Let's do this. Work is your destination. Work. Go to work, there is a movement, right? Because when you go somewhere, you have to move. You have to walk, you have to get in the car, you have to get on the bus, you have to move. So there is a movement and there is a very clear destination. Every time there is a destination, you must use to. However, there is something that can be a little bit complex about this. If you can open your mind and understand that, destination and movement is so much bigger than work, supermarket, shop, hospital, doctors. If you can open your mind and understand that it's so much more, then you can use to with no problems. I'm going to give you more examples for you to see what I mean, for you to see exactly what I'm talking about. And I want you to tell me if you've got any questions. If you're like, what? I have no idea what you're saying, Patricia. I want you to leave me a comment, please, okay? Because I'm here tonight to make sure these, 20 people watching me are going to leave knowing the difference between 2 and 4. I'm going to be here until you guys say to me, I understand. I want you to understand this because it's that important, okay? When I'm sitting here and I am explaining these things, do you see that my explanations go from me? I am saying things, I am explaining, they go from me to you. You are my destination. Do you see? Every time I explain to you because it's from me to you. Okay? When you sing, supposedly you want to start singing. Singing. You understand what singing? You're not going to make me sing here, right? Seriously, guys. But singing like, I don't know, like singing a song, Lady Gaga song, just singing, okay? You sing. If you're listening to me, I'm singing to you because it's my voice from me to you, okay? And I'm not going to sing because I'm very embarrassed right now. It's not going to happen. But yes, it's from me to you. Yes, Leonardo, yes, there is a video about this, but this live is more detailed. But there is definitely there is definitely a video. Juliana, instead of saying I'm understanding, it's so much better if you say I get it. So I'm understanding, not so good. I get it, very good. Okay, I get it. I understand as well. Is okay. All right, guys. Now, I'm going to say something else. When something happens in life, for example, supposedly I start my live and you look at me and I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying. And you're like, Patricia, what happened to you? What happened to you? Because when you cry, something in life happened. So this bad thing, this energy came to you from the universe to you. It's the same logic. And that's what I said about opening your mind. That's what I mean when I say you cannot think about it like it's like an obvious destination, like it's work, supermarket, doctors, park, party, school. No. You have to think bigger. If you want to understand English, you have to think bigger, because the rules give you this much. They give you this much. They don't give you everything you need. For you to understand, you take the rule, to is used for destination. You take the rule and you make it bigger. You put it into a context of real life. Listen to me. Why listen to me? I'm talking, right? It's the same thing as explaining. From me to you. Is this clear? Are you guys following? Yeah? Okay. Cool. So, now, I'm going to say something else, okay? I'm going to explain about for. However, it's a beautiful word. I was very happy. I have to say something now, guys. I was very happy this morning because I was teaching one of my students. She's here now, Kellen. She lives in England. I was teaching her. And she is, for you to understand what I mean, she is an intermediate student, okay? Intermediate. And she was using the word however in a conversation. And I was like, what? And she said, yeah, I can do it now. I learned how to do it. So I'm so happy about this today. I wanted to share with you because she was good. However, before I explain about for, I want to do something else. I want to share with you this analogy that I came up with actually today whilst teaching Helen this morning. I want to say something that to me makes a lot of sense, and I hope makes sense to you as well. Okay? When you want to learn about the difference between to and for example, amongst many other things in English that you want to learn about, like in and on, and things like that, everything that we want to know, so many things. Hello. You probably, because I believe you are Brazilian like me, so to you personally, you believe that you need lots of rules, grammar rules, right? And you need to know exactly why you're using to and exactly why you're using for and so on. And you need all these rules that most of the time come from a book, that most of the time will be presented to you in the form of a list, a very long list. Now imagine something. I said to you I was going to do this live tonight about the difference between to and for. And you're here with me tonight and I say to you, here's my list. Like I unroll this list, long list of grammatical explanations about to and for. And you say to me, oh, okay, you've got lots of situations where you need to use to, lots of situations where you need to use for, because one thing you guys said to me, most of you think to is harder than for. I will say to you, for is harder than to for one reason. When you study for in a course, like you go to an English course, English school, teachers and things, you normally learn a long list of reasons why you need to use for. And there are so many reasons, guys, so many different reasons. What I think about it is you have a lot of reasons and a lot of rules and a lot of situations, and you are overwhelmed by information that you cannot use. Imagine something here with me, okay? Please, take part in this exercise with me. You really, really want to learn to cook. You can't cook. You cannot make food. You can't cook. You really want to cook. You really want to learn. Hello. You really want to learn to cook. So you sit down. Imagine this situation, please. You sit down and you take a recipe book. Recipe. Spaghetti bolognese, lasagna, feijoada, risotto. You take this big recipe book and you sit down and you read the recipes. You read all the method of cooking, how you're supposed to make a risotto, how you're supposed to make pasta, how you're supposed to make a cake. You read all these things and you read this book and you spend hours and hours on end reading this book. And then one day, you finally decide to get into the kitchen to cook something for the first time. And you get in the kitchen and you look around and you don't have the book. And you say to yourself, okay, I don't even know where to start. Because when you don't know how to cook and you sit down and you read a recipe book, and then when you finish the book, months later, you get into the kitchen, you have no idea how to even start. However, if you say to me, Patricia, I want to learn to cook, I will say to you, forgive me if you are a vegetarian, this is just an example. I will say to you, listen to me. You want to make a steak, meat, red meat, steak. You want to make a steak. You need a steak, some olive oil, salt, ground pepper, a tiny bit of oil in a pan. Make the pan really, really, really hot, steaming hot. You can see steam coming out. It's hot, so hot. When it's really hot, you put the steak on there and you leave it. You don't touch it for 1 minute. And then you turn it over and you leave it there for 2 minutes. You don't touch it. You got yourself a steak. Do you understand that you can go into the kitchen and you can make a steak? Do you understand that when you don't know to cook, being able to make a steak is 100 times better than reading a recipe book and cooking nothing? It's exactly what happens with 2 and 4 and other things in English. You have a list of rules and you have no idea how to make a sentence. That doesn't help anybody. Doesn't help you, doesn't help me, it doesn't help anybody. But if I sit here tonight and I explain to you like I did that you're going to use to for movement and destination, explain to me, sing to me, teach to me, go to work, go to church. That's how you use to. Happy birthday to you. From me to you. And you're going to use for when you talk about help. What? Yes. You're going to use for when you talk about help. Can you do this for me? I don't have time today. Can you buy some food for me? You are helping me. You're right. It's help, right? Thank you. I will clean the house for you. I'm helping you. I will do this for you. When I come here tonight, I'm explaining things to you, and I'm also doing this for you. I'm doing this for you. You know, it's almost 9:30 p.m. I'm supposed to be teaching. My student is in Paris, so I'm not. And I thought, I'm going to do it for them because I think they will like it. So I'm doing this for you. Do you see that if I say to you, forget the long list of reasons why you should use for and focus on one thing, help, favor. Can you carry this for me? Yes. Can you write a letter for me to my mom? Exactly. Perfect. Can you write a letter for me? Because like maybe Dominic, my son, you guys know Dominic, right? Come on. Dominic, my 4-year-old son, he can't write. He's 4 years old. He will probably say it to me. Mummy, can you write a letter for me to Nanny? Nanny is my mom who lives in London. Can you write a letter for me to Nanny? You see? I'm doing him a favor. I'm offering some help. And the letter is going to a place, to a person. I'm so excited about this. I'm actually feeling a bit hot now. How are you guys feeling? Do you understand that it's better to know how to make steak than to have a list, than to have a book and know nothing? I'm not saying that, yeah, it's very hard sometimes. Of course it is. You need to practice. Of course it's hard. And if you go to a course and somebody tells you this is so easy, then don't believe them because they're lying. I understand 95% of what you're saying. Brilliant. 4 is harder. I think 4 is harder too because there are so many reasons and situations to use for. But I thought today it would be nice, it would be nice to present to you a very used thing about 4, which is favors and help, because this is so used. So then you can leave this class tonight being confident about something, which will be very good. How are you guys feeling? Are you good? Any questions? Can I help you? Please answer in the comment box so I know what I have to do. My voice is going funny. I think I was like too loud. Was it too loud? Let's see. Any questions? You got it? Yay! Great explanation. Brilliant. And again, remember the steak. I gave you the steak. I didn't give you the full recipe book because at this point, you need the steak, my friends. That's all you need. First steak, then risotto, then lasagna. You know? Dia, hello. Hi, I was just teaching them about the differences between 2 and 4. I hope they got it. Nice to see you here. So yes, lovely people, means that it was, maybe you didn't go to bed, or maybe you didn't have a shower, or maybe you're not spending time with your children now because you decided to be here and learn something. So I really hope that this experience was worthwhile to you, that not having a shower, not going to bed, not eating, not staying with your kids a little bit longer was something that was valid. I really hope that it was a worthwhile experience tonight. Okay, it's been a pleasure as always, and I will be seeing you guys soon. I'll say it once more. If you're not, yes, I'm going. Yeah, I have a lot of experience about job interviews. I will think about a video on this topic. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's think about it for sure. I'll say it once more because I don't know if you're following me on Instagram, but if you're not, follow me on Instagram. There are lots of things happening there. There is a live every week and lots of different things. Yes, that I hope you will learn from. Okay, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I'll see you guys yes, Sylvia, you do that, definitely. I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Beijo. Oh, thank you. You guys are lovely. I feel like I'm just hanging up. It's so weird. I'm sorry. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.